right, folks, we got some news for the new update that needs to be hashed out because there's a lot of misinformation and some potential leaks or potential fake leaks. So let's dive into that first. First up, we got these potential leaks, new premium cards leaked for the upcoming update, and we have these screenshots floating around online. The first one is a rescue comic card, which is a premium card. And then down here, we have what looks like a screenshot of, or like a photo taken of a screen. That's why it's like angled. And it's the Invincible Iron Man, and it's one of the War Machine cards from Fall of X. And yeah, it's another premium card. And this is just another example of the same card here, posted in-game. Now, I have to say, at first glance, these are very good fakes. Just at first glance. At first glance, they're very good fakes. They pass a lot of the initial eye tests, and it seems possible. You know, they released the Ghost Rider card out of nowhere. A lot of people saying, you know, oh, but they didn't show it in the live stream. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they do that, right? I don't think they showed the Ghost Rider card in the live stream either. So I don't think it is, you know, I know they mentioned the new CTP and whatever, blah, 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 but it's not always Netmarble that does the right thing, if that makes sense. Like, they don't always do things by the book, okay? So I don't know if that's the best way to look at things. Oh, they didn't show it in the live stream, so it can't be real. I'm not saying this is real. I'm just saying that it not being in the live stream, to me, isn't a big enough thing. There's two main issues with these leaks. The first one, despite the fact that the leaks look pretty good, they do look pretty good. So I'm not saying that this is 100% real, and I'm also not saying that this is 100% fake. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm actually like, I think 60-40, these are real, 60-40. But the first issue that I have is that the translations, you can either look with your eyes and compare, or you hit this with a Google Lens to translate this from Korean, and it's exactly the same as this one up here. They have the exact same fixed stats here. That is very, 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 it's basically 0% chance. It's very unlikely that they have the exact same stats. Why would they have the same stats? It doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about the fixed stats, right? They have the exact same stats. So that's very, very strange. The only explanation I have for that potentially is that the cards are in the database of the game and they're just being simulated with identical stats because they haven't been finalized yet, right? Like, there may be two different versions of the game. The version of the game that we play is the live version that gets pushed with updates to the App Store and the Play Store. And then the version that the devs play with is more like a test build where things aren't necessarily set in stone, and there may be things that are just there or inserted as placeholders with just generic values, right? And so they just, you know, insert and sort of fill in with generic values before they're fine-tuned and finalized and then pushed to the live game. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that the quality is inconsistent. If you take a look, for example, at this one, the quality here on the wording is different than the quality, for example, on the 7 and on the stars. And that, for me, it's hard to see when you're watching this video, but if you find this exact image, it's much easier to tell in the image that the sort of the pixelation is not consistent throughout the image. And that's usually the biggest tell for fake images, for photoshopped images, because matching the resolution when you're taking different pieces, right? Like, if this was fake, right, then they're taking the background from the comic cover, which is not that difficult to do. Then they're taking the P and this kind of stuff from in-game, which you can get through data mining the files. I've done that before. And then this is from in-game, this is from in-game, and they sort of just slap the P and the stars and the 7 and the red, they slap that over top the comic cover. The problem here is that the P, the stars, the red, and the 7 all have a consistency, like they have a certain number of pixels, right? Maybe it's high, maybe it's low, whatever. And then the comic has a different number of pixels, right? So they didn't really do a good job fixing that. Again, this is not necessarily a guarantee that it's fake, but it certainly points to the possibility that it's fake because of that. Now, on the rescue one, it's actually the opposite. Instead of the resolution here being higher and the resolution on the 7 and the P being lower, you actually have the reverse, where for whatever reason the rescue one is actually lower resolution. You can see there's like heavy pixelation around her face. There's heavy pixelation in other parts here, and it actually doesn't really match the level of pixelation. What I could say is that it looks more blurry, or actually, sorry, it looks more fuzzy in the rescue image, but then the P and the 7 and the stars look more blurry. So when you have a difference like that, one's fuzzy, one's blurry, that can definitely be the difference between it being fake or it being real via Photoshop. So yeah, I have no idea ultimately if these are real or fake. I don't have any insider information to give you guys. It's possible we're getting new PCARDS. I would say don't gamble. My only tip for you that this relates to in the game right now is don't gamble on cards if you were going to. Because if there is a new card, then they're going to have to add it to this list. And then you could, maybe not this list, sorry, but this list here. And then maybe you could get it, right? Because they added the green, they added the Ghost Rider card right away. Now, it probably won't be, actually, they will be chance up when they come out. But anyways, even if they're not chance up, they do have a low chance of dropping. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm not, again, I don't know if they're actually dropping, but they could be dropping. Second thing I want to point out just very briefly, Netmarble was furiously deleting and timing out users. I think maybe even banning some users who were spamming hashtag #BuffDoom in the live chat of the live stream on Thursday. Now, on the one hand, I don't know if this shows them getting banned. Oh yeah, you have been placed in a timeout by the owner of this video or a moderator. Disclaimer, I did not spam, but others did and their messages were deleted. Doom got timed out for sending 2 messages. You can see hashtag #BuffDoom, hashtag #BuffDoom. I don't want to tell you guys I don't want to tell you guys what to do, okay? Like, big shout out to you guys who are still saying hashtag #BuffDoom. Personally, I don't think they're going to do anything else about Doom. I think they've kind of forgotten about him and they've you know, they're like, give it a rest. Because next year we know the Fantastic Four movie's coming out, right? And they're going to do a new Doom uniform. That's really unfortunate for people like myself and others who invested heavily in Doom, gave him, you know, brilliant CTP, maxed out uniform, yada, 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 tier 4. But yeah, maybe there's nothing we can do. I'm not saying to stop. I'm just saying this sucks. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I can, like, to an extent, I can understand why they're timing people out if they're spamming. I time people out in my chat when they're spamming if I'm streaming, because it does disrupt the flow and it disrupts the streamer's ability to interact with the chat. Then again, it's kind of awkward to see the game kind of silencing the fan base, right? Because we are the reason for the game's existence. So they don't have to do everything we say, but they should at least listen. And that kind of involves not timing people out. So yeah, a little bit awkward. Last thing here, so from the live stream, they posted this image about Facebook login being canceled. So there was this image posted briefly during the live stream while 3RL was talking. He didn't address it in detail because he had a lot to go through, but essentially it says that link your email address to play safely, and then you'll get 200 crystals. I don't think this has started yet. You can link your email. You've been able to link your email for maybe a month now or a few weeks. But I think they're going to be giving out the crystals after the update. But I think after the update, the Facebook login is going to be completely gone altogether. Because it says here, Facebook login closing soon. Soon, I think, is with the next update. I think the patch notes will clarify this further. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So I urge everybody to link your email if you only have Facebook linked. Because otherwise, if you lose your login information, if you lose your phone and you have to re-download the game, that's it. You lost your account. If it's not linked to anything, if it's only linked to Facebook, and then you lose your phone, you're done, because the Facebook link is going away forever. Just to sort of clarify that and hammer that home, there's a Facebook Crystal event that has been in the game, I'm pretty sure almost since day 1. It's an achievement. If you go down to achievements and you go to community, there's this thing here, establish Facebook alliances, and it says have 10 Facebook friends for 100 crystals, have 20 Facebook friends for 150 crystals, and it goes up. In total, it gives you, right, 550, 750, 900. It gives you 1,000 crystals in total. I think 3RL said something about they would be giving away these Facebook crystals in another way after the update, but this is going away. So if you haven't done this already, you can no longer do it because Facebook login has actually already, like the Facebook link with MFF has already expired. Even though you can still technically link your account to Facebook, because if you click here, you can see it says sign in with Facebook. Facebook doesn't actually acknowledge the handshake, and you can't launch the game through Facebook anymore, at least not in North America. And so this has been verified by people who have messaged the customer support. And you can do this yourself. And it says here, greetings agents, thank you for contacting Netmarble customer support. Upon checking with the appropriate team, we have confirmed the Facebook Friends invitation event has already ended. Similar events will be introduced in the future, so we ask you to keep an eye out on our official forum about this. So it seems like they're going to bring back this way for players who missed the 1,000 crystals to get them through this event. And maybe people who already got it can double dip. Hey, that's cool. But the Facebook thing is absolutely out the door. It's either happening with this update or it's happening very, very soon after. So I highly recommend you link something else. Link Google Play or Apple Store. Link your email. Because otherwise, like I said, if you lose your phone or whatever and you have to re-download the game, it won't be linked that, like, you can no longer rely on Facebook. I know I've been repeating myself a lot in the video, but like, I guarantee you there will be one person who watches this video and doesn't listen and doesn't understand, and then in like a week they lose their phone, or 2 weeks or a month, and then they download the game again and they say, I'm logging in with my Facebook, but the game's not coming up. Where's my account? And everyone's gonna say, well, they announced that they're, shutting down the Facebook thing like a month ago, bro. Where like, weren't you paying attention? And they're gonna be like, no, I don't know what's going on. I've had the Facebook thing for 8 years. Why would it suddenly disappear? And then everyone's gonna be like, yeah, bro, your account's gone. And then they're gonna have an absolute fit. I guarantee you this is gonna happen. It literally happens with every other thing like this. So I'm just trying to avoid it. But yeah. So that's all the news I wanted to catch you guys up with. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully these tips have helped. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content, or the dislike if you didn't like it. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.